I think what makes people so fascinated with penguins is the way that they act. I mean, they're just so curious. They are super into exploring their own environment.
In 2010, African penguins became endangered species. They live on the coast of South Africa and Namibia. It's a very populated area as far as people living in that area, but also it's one of the busiest shipping lanes in the world. There's a lot of environmental issues that are causing problems and killing off the penguins. Originally in the 20th century, there was over 1 million breeding pairs of African penguins. Today, there's about 25,000 breeding pairs. There's been several oil spills over the last 30 years that have caused problems. The oil gets into the feathers and stops them from being waterproof, and it's very toxic. So while the penguins are trying to preen themselves, they're ingesting that oil. One of the other main things that is affecting these birds is overfishing. What's happening is the birds are having to go further and further out to sea to find their fish, and because they're doing that, they're abandoning eggs and chicks for longer periods of time. There's an organization called SANCCOB that do a lot of work with these birds. Since they were formed in the 1960s, they've managed to rescue, rehabilitate, hatch, and release over 90,000 African penguins.
For the African penguins not to be on the endangered list, we're going to have to solve a lot of problems. The conservation efforts are definitely helping. There's a lot of projects that we're starting to get involved in. We belong to a program called Species Survival Plan, and that was actually formed to sustain a genetically diverse population in the country. We match up who should be breeding with who and how many chicks the pairs should be having. It is a big cooperative effort with AZA institutions throughout the country.
The Maryland Zoo really wanted to keep pushing that breeding program and trying to help the species conservation-wise. We're the largest breeding facility in the United States and second in the world. Penguin Coast opened in the fall of 2014.
With this new facility, we'll have plenty of opportunities to grow the colony. At 4 weeks, we pool them. At 6 weeks, they start swim lessons, and then at 12 weeks, they're released. On average, they eat about 1 pound of fish a day. We mainly feed them fish like herring, capelin, and smelt. That awkward, clumsy bowling pin type shape is perfect for their adaptations in the water.
It's a really important thing that we try and conserve these species as much as we can. Any efforts that we can do here at the Maryland Zoo to promote that is very important. Just coming to the zoo is a help. Part of the entrance fee goes towards conservation. Last year, for Original Penguin's 60th birthday, they actually adopted 60 penguins from us. The money helps us pay for fish for the penguins here and to keep our breeding program going. So we're very grateful that they did that. Unfortunately, in conservation, money is the issue. Sharing this video is going to get $1 for African penguins. The more times it gets shared, the more money those penguins get. We are responsible for what's going on with these birds, and they do very well here at the Maryland Zoo. We wish they could do so well in the wild.